Hello, hello, hello. This is Gregory Drake with MakingMoneyWithGreg.com. Just giving you a quick view of the mountains behind the set here. And I have to call it a set. Here down in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I did want to go over this little video with you. Oh man, I forgot what I'm going to be covering. So let's look at my notes. It says what to focus on in your business. I am going to tell you what to focus on in your business when you begin. Now, one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people will make is they don't understand when they first get started the things that they need to focus on that's going to give them the income that they want. Because a lot of people will join a business and they'll focus on the product, or they'll focus on the company, or they'll focus on going to meetings when none of that stuff actually makes them any money. When you first get started, you must concentrate on the things that are going to bring people to you and allow them to give you money. And if you don't concentrate on those things in the beginning, and if you don't know what those things are, then you can really be handicapped when you get started building your business, whether it be online or offline, however you want to build it. Me personally, I love to do it online, so that way I can work from anywhere. I don't have to be in front of people. I can leverage technology, whether it be my computer or whether it be my cell phone, and talk to people from all over the world. And with me, I do it very, very cheap because I use some services that allow me to even talk to people overseas, like Peru and Belgium, and it allows me to do it for pennies on a dollar or even free. So before I get into all that stuff, I want to introduce myself to you. My name is Gregory Drake. I'm a Spirit-filled born-again Christian, born and raised in a town called Lansing, Michigan. I'm one of those kids who, when I was growing up, I really hated church. Because, when I was growing up, I always had this question in my mind, is God, why are people who go to church so poor? And even when you see the deacons pull up in the big Cadillacs, if you go up and you talk to them about money, I don't have that kind of money. And I was like, okay, God, if you are supposed to be God, then your people should have money. And as I began to grow older and I began to ask those questions, there began to be certain things that I seen that were very, very evident in a lot of our saved brothers and sisters, is the fact that the devil has actually duped them into believing that God isn't who he says he is. So they begin to believe that their problems are bigger than God. So, and because of that, they live a life of quiet desperation, hoping one day that God is going to come and deliver them when they don't understand that Jesus has already paid the price and it's already done, and they don't have to worry. So now that I've graduated to that point, now I get other stuff to work on in my my saved life, that I don't have to worry about the money part anymore. And because of that, now I work from home full time. I've been doing it since May of last year. It is now February, and this is one cool thing. Being from Michigan, if you can look around here, there's no snow. It's because, in fact, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. And look at the sky, it's actually clear. See, about this time in Michigan, everything's gray. But when you do this, it does give you the freedom to be able to do some things you normally couldn't do. So, and that's what I want to talk to you in this video about. What do you need to focus on when you get started? Actually, I got my attention. I seen a white truck coming through. The things you need to focus on is two main things when you first get started. One is establishing a marketing plan, and two is executing it. Because it's not so much about your product. I got involved with the company. I've been involved with it now for about a month. I did over $9,000 in sales. And you know what? I never even concentrated on even what products the company has. As a matter of fact, if you asked me, I could tell you a couple of them, but I couldn't tell you in depth exactly what all the products are. But even though, I've still been able to create over $9,000 in sales for myself. How is this possible? Because I knew what to focus on when I got started. It's not your product and it's not your service. It's your target market. And Greg, what do you mean by target market? You have to be able to sculpture what you're doing, especially if you're doing it online, and put it in front of the people who are looking for it. And those are the things you need to concentrate on when you first get in your business. A lot of people will concentrate, okay, let me make sure my website's perfect. Let me make sure I know every product. Let me make sure I listen to all the products. Let me make sure I go to all the meetings. Let me make sure I do all this and this and this and this. And then at the end of 90 days, and they've worked so hard, they haven't made any money, and they're like, well, I did everything they told me to do. I don't understand why. The whole key to this is people. And the first part of your business is to collect people. Because people are the ones that have the money in their pocket. And if you're only talking to people who have already spent money with your product and service, what's the likelihood that those people are going to be able to help you earn any money? So, what do? You start learning how to get your message out. You start learning some mediums, especially when you get started. You don't want to spend a lot of money on your marketing. You want to be able to learn how to do it for free. Because there's a lot of free avenues. Like right now, you're watching this video. This video didn't cost me anything to make, and I'm shooting it with a $100 camera. It's not anything expensive, not anything elaborate. I'm just standing in the middle of a park talking to you and telling you exactly what I'm doing online. Now, that's why I teach people to do this, and I start teaching you how to do this absolutely free, even before you even get in the business with me or do anything with me. Why? Because I want to show you the value of it. I want to show you that it is easy. I want to show you that I even have 50, 60, and I think there's some 70-year-old guys who are working in some of the groups that I'm dealing with, and they're still being able to do this stuff and make money. So technology is not going to be something that's going to be difficult. It's actually easy. It's no different than when you started riding your bike when you were a kid. When you first got started, it was rough, but after you got used to it, it was a piece of cake. So if you want to start learning how to do this stuff, how to leverage the technology, the free stuff, to be able to start promoting your business, please give me a call. Stop by my website. I'd love to get a chance to talk to you. I always have time to talk to my brothers and sisters in Christ who are looking to make a change in their life and looking to believe in the God that actually created them. Because one thing you may not know is that God is omnipotent, and He's not just the God of space, but He's also the God of time. He already knows what you're getting ready to accomplish, and He knows that your life will not be the same after seeing this. This is Gregory Drake with MakingMoneyWithGreg.com, hoping for you to become the success that God always